Dr. Wood, author of the book Miracles in Minutes, and today's topic is called tipping the scales. What do I mean by that? So in our minds, let's just say we have scales that we weigh something with to determine whether or not we take action. Until the scale reaches the tipping point, do you move in that direction? So everybody goes, well, I'll give you one of mine, okay, that I haven't taken any action on. Like one of the things I always said I wanted to do was play the piano or learn it. And learn line dancing or ballroom dancing and learn a foreign language. I've told that to myself for long. I really want to do that. Guess how much I've done about that? Nothing. I think I bought some freaking tapes on Spanish. They've been sitting collecting dust somewhere for a long time. So that's the truth. Like I didn't do shit with it because I really didn't want it as much as I tell myself I want it. So I was dating this one girl, and I shared the vision of what I want. I want to see a relationship where I had a lot of passion. I come home every day, we kiss. Like it's like our like teenagers, like our date never ends. We have that much passion every day. I said, what do you want? She goes, I want that. I said, no, you don't, because you're not taking any action towards moving in that direction to have that start to occur. So unless it becomes and let's talk about some of the things that I did want to do that I have done. So, one, I went to chiropractic school. So I won't forget I was in undergrad, and I said, oh, man, I hate school. I don't know if I want to go another 4 years. And then I said, well, I looked at all the benefits that I could get for having it. I could work a job, work a few days a week, make decent money, and, like helping people. And so, the money's there, the time's there. I could be my own boss, so all the other things, the values or the whys of why I wanted it were there. And then that caused me to take action. I know halfway through, I was like, my brain was dead. And I was like, ugh, I don't know if I can go anymore. I'm kind of beat. And I kind of, mustered it up and toughed it out. And then there was writing a book. I tell you, that was one of the hardest things to do. Writing a book's like slitting your wrist, sit in front of a thing, and just let yourself bleed out. It requires a tremendous amount of focus, a tremendous amount of attention. Then you write, then you rewrite, and then write, and then rewrite, and write, and rewrite, and then hopefully you finally get it, decent enough that you put it out there. So your desire or want has to be really, really high that tips those scales that you take action and that you're all in, 100% in. You can't be 99% in. You can't be 70% in. You can't be 50% in. You have to be all in, because once you start down the path, life's going to throw things at you called obstacles. And if the obstacles will kind of weed out the people who weren't really wanting what they said they wanted, it requires every bit of yourself, 100%. There will be trying times. There will be a lot of hard times. You have to want it more than anything. You have to want it with all your heart, all your soul, and then some. And you have to be willing to do whatever and anything it takes. You have to find solutions when there is no solution, when there seems like there's no answer. You have to do something there to keep going in that direction. You have to want it with every fiber of your soul, that you'll give your life up for that want. And that's what the price is for a big want. You have to give it all. It's just like a relationship, a marriage. I'm 50% committed. No, you need to be 100% committed. And then you're 100% committed to everything you do. You just have to develop your presence to be all present, like in the relationship, and weigh options of when you're overweighted at work versus overweighted in a relationship. And it's a balancing act. It's life's got a lot of things to spin. If you try to keep it simplistic, you'll do better. But how you tip the scales is you have to want it so bad that you'll throw somebody out the window or something. Like you'll do whatever it takes. So if you're not at that point and you really want, let's suppose, the relationship of your life, then you need to keep adding things to the scales of what's the hidden value you haven't seen it. What is it you will really get? maybe it's the love you've always wanted. Maybe it was the passion you always wanted. Maybe it's the joy you always wanted. Maybe, what is it that you would get from becoming that or achieving that? And you have to want it with everything. So until your scales get tipped that high, you're just not going to do it. So you have to create the value, keep seeing the value, keep seeing the opportunity. You have to put more and more opportunities. What would I get? I could enable me to speak in foreign language. Well, it can enable me to, carry on a conversation. Oh, I can maybe write. Maybe I could get a Spanish lover and we could talk in their language. I mean, whatever it is that tips those scales that gets you moving, that's the only way you're going to move. So if you're not getting what you want and you question, do you really want that? And if you really want it, if you're not taking action, is your scales aren't loaded enough, there's not enough value, and the want isn't as great as you want it to be, it has to be 100% all or nothing. Until you get to that point, you're not going to move, and you won't achieve the goal unless it's all in, do or die. Dr. Wood, have a great day.